have someone special to bring on next for you. Our first lady of the evening. First of many. Oh, we're getting more whoops now. Okay, very good. Okay, this lady has been waiting for quite a while for us to actually come up with another open mic show. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her live here. Lots of experience before, but never performed for us before, never on this stage before. So will you please welcome, cameras at the ready by the looks of things, will you please welcome to the stage, for the first time on our Baby Blue Banana comedy stage, Beatrix Zentai.
Thank you, Howard. Hey, how are you? I need to make a correction. It's actually only the second time I'm performing. This is my second stand-up, seriously. So you guys will have to excuse me if I use my cheat sheet sometime. Just checking if there's anybody from out of town here. How many people out of town? Can you raise your hand, please? Not too many. Okay, good. Before I start talking, I'd just like to say that my main topic of the day is going to be sex. So if anybody is not over 18 or not ready to hear it, this show may not be for you. So let the devil take the hindmost. Okay, nobody left, so I'm guessing and assuming we're all adults here, and we can start talking. Okay, well, I'm guessing that since most of you are from town, you know and we can agree that Hungary does not have a lot of things that other people take for granted, such as customer service. But we are record holders of one thing. Our suicide rate is pretty impressive. It's just, we're too philosophical, always searching for the meaning of life, never finding it. The answer is so obvious. Strawberry cheesecake! Well, for me anyway. We should have more words than Hungary. Anyway, I live in a small village in Hungary, and actually the village is so small that the chickens outnumber the population 2 to 1. It's so small that your neighbor knows better what you did last night than you do. In fact, one of my neighbors, out of 3, comes over to me the other day and she says, "Oh my God, I heard what happened. You broke up with your boyfriend. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "How do you know?" "I didn't tell anyone." She's like, "Oh, he told me last night while having sex." Anyways, I love English. It's such a funny language, and more people speak it in Hungary. Some better, some worse. Like my father says to me the other day, "So, are you all excited about studying to become a stand-by comedian?" I really hope not. But I really love the old man, and I take after him in a lot of ways. Like my hips are my mother's, for example, but my boobs are definitely my father's. Except his are bigger, with less hair on. But my hair is also like my father's. How hairy am I, you ask? Well, let's put it this way. If you ask me how much I weigh, I ask back before or after shaving. Another thing I find funny about the English language is the way people describe their religion. Like, you could be a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist, or you could be Jewish. What the hell does that mean? I mean, either you are a Jew or you aren't, right? Jewish? Does that mean you live in a high-rise but still cash your coupons in at Walmart or Tesco or wherever you go shopping? Or you celebrate Hanukkah, but you still want Santa to bring you a present? You're a J-date, but just to be on the safe side, you have a profile on ChristianMingle.com too. Well, I dated a black guy once. He was bad for me. He really impaired my vision. It got me colorblind. I've been wanting to be black ever since, but I can't dance or sing like black people can. And since dating a white girl is probably the closest I'll ever get to being black, I think I'll try that. My first sexual experience was forgettable. I was drunk as hell. But it absolutely impacted the rest of my life. I'm an alcoholic now. And I only seem to want sex when I'm drunk. So about 1 minute into the act, I fall asleep. But that's okay. It's okay, because 99% of the time, the guys are finished by then. I like to think of myself as monogamous in a relationship, but I also like to think of myself as a buxom blonde. So I guess my perception of the truth needs to be altered. No, actually, seriously, I am monogamous in a relationship. I only date one guy at a time. It's not that hard when you only have one night stands. I just turned 40. My plan is to get pregnant and have a baby at age 40. It's like my eggs need to be fertilized before April 25th, 2013, or they'll expire. Because women's eggs come with an expiration date printed on them. Do you know that? Anyway. I don't want a man, though. I just want his sperm. Yeah. But with my luck, I'll end up with the one guy who wants to stick around and be there for me and my baby and do the Lamaze classes with me and buy the diapers and pram and hold my hand in the maternity ward. Damn! Why can't you just be like a regular daddy and stay out of our lives? It would be so much simpler if my child growing up would have to see a picture of daddy and I could just draw a little circle and the tail. Instead of showing him a picture of real daddy behind bars because he violated the restraining order I had issued against him. Hey, it's not like I wouldn't be appreciative at all. He could be sperm donor of the year. 2013. Well, I find that guys are really ignorant when it comes to women's stuff. Like when you tell them, I'm ovulating, first they get that look of horror on their face, and then that confused look, and then they have a whole bunch of moods that they go through in a fraction of a second before finally asking, with resignation, so what does that mean exactly? Can we? Never mind. Just give it to me. Cheat. Just a second. Oh yeah, I had an operation recently. I too went to the doctor, and I had an operation, women's stuff. But my doctor told me not to worry because the scar on my belly is going to be below my bikini line. Well, I showed it to a friend afterwards, and he said, "Whoa, that must be some old school doctor because that's more like your bikini line from the 80s." Thanks, doctor. I wanted to make a big impression on a film director the other day, chatting to her on Facebook. But you know how your characters get all mixed up when you try to type really fast on Facebook sometimes? So when she asked me about my preferences and my priorities, I wanted to tell her animal protection first and foremost. But instead of typing animal, I typed I am anal. Thanks, FB. I guess there's my shot at getting a casting call from her for a non-porn movie. That reminds me, I have a friend who, well no, it's a friend, not me, whose mother accidentally found her dildo in a drawer when she was 14. I can only imagine how the conversation went afterwards. Her mother going, I found something somewhere. Please tell me it's not what I think it is, and you don't use it for that. And by the way, I've been looking for that broom handle for ages. Living in a free country is great, though. I I go to the sauna of the gym in the States, and I see this woman undressing her sweaty activewear after exercise, and she's putting her stinking sneakers up on the heater guardrail. So I ask her, please take off your shoes there. Your germs will spread. So she turns to me and says, it's a free country. Oh, that's right, I forgot. So I start masturbating. I always wanted to do that in public. Oh, yeah, I know. Good girls don't talk that way, right? Yeah, we're saying things like, oh my God, you dirty, dirty man. When we really mean, oh yeah, I like it, keep talking. Or we say, oh no, not tonight. I've got a headache. And what we really mean is, I need longer foreplay than usual, with a few cuddles thrown in here and there. Or the classic, let's stay friends. Which means, yeah, somebody else is screwing me right now, which doesn't mean we can't ever be lovers again if you change all those things on that long list that I gave you. Well, that's my take anyway. That was my 5 cents worth. So thank you for coming out tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Beatrix Zentai!